come butterfly, it's late, we've miles to go together. Come see the true flowers of the pained world. If I had the knack, I'd seem like cherry flakes falling. Come, let's go, snow viewing, till we're buried. Sick on a journey over parched fields, dreams wander on. Violets, how precious on a mountain path. Dewdrops, how better wash away world's dust. You the butterfly, dreaming heart, autumn eve, please turn to me. I too am stranger, a dying cricket, how full of life his song. Years end, all corners of this floating world swept. Skylark sings all day and day, not long enough. Poor boy leaves, moon viewing for rice grinding. Lightning, heron cry stabs a darkness. He has it returned. Snow we viewed together. Old fan scribbled a birth of art, a song of rice planters, chorus from nowhere, unknown spring, plum blossom behind the mirror, clouds a dance, a chance to dodge, moonview when I hope you know, well there I go, not enough. How glorious is it, and also how painful to be an exception. You're like a lighthouse, shining beside the sea of humanity, motionless. All you can see is your own reflection in the water. You're alone, so you think it's a vast, magnificent panorama. You haven't sound of the depths. You simply believe in the beauty of God's creation. But I have spent all this time in the water, diving deep into the howling ocean of life, deeper than anyone, while you were admiring the surface. I saw the shipwrecks, the drowned bodies, the monsters of the deep. Romanticism is the abuse of the adjectives. Alas, everything that men say to one another is alike. Rhymes again, all day and all night. What is wrong with my mind? Lyrics and rhymes begin tonight. I wish I could remember the first day, first hour, first moment of your me and me. If bright or dim the season, it might be summer or winter for all I can say. So unrecorded did it slip away. So blind was I to see and to foresee. So dull to mark the button of my tree that would not blossom yet for many a May. Well, there it goes again. I hope you know. Well, there I know. You're not enough. Not enough. Dragged your memories down the hall. You packed your bags and you just walked away. There's just nothing that I can say. When you slammed the front door shut, not a curtains just opened up. I knew the second I met you that there was something about you I needed. Turns out it wasn't something about you at all. It was just you. You can't tell me what to do anymore. I don't belong to you. And the second it took him to turn and face me, his expression had contorted into anger. He stopped forward, me planting his hands on the bed and leaning into my face. Well, I belong to you. The veins in his neck bulged as he shouted, and I met his glare, refusing to even flinch. He looked at my lips, panting, I belong to you. I belong to my beloved, and my beloved is mine. You know why I want you. I didn't know I was lost until you found me. I didn't know what alone was until the first night I spent without you in my bed. You're the one thing I've got right. You're what I've been waiting for, pigeon. I need to hear you say it. I need to know you're mine. I've been yours since the second we met. I don't get scared very often, he said finally. I was scared the first morning. I woke up and you weren't there. Well, there it goes. That dragged our memories down the hall. You packed your bags and just walked away. And thus the heart will break, and yet brokenly live on. There is no instinct like that of the heart. The stars are forth, the moon above the tops of the snow shining mountains beautiful. I linger yet with nature, for the night hath bent to me a more familiar face. a gnat a man, and in her starry shade of dim and solitary loveliness, I learned the language of another world. I have not loved the world, nor the world me, but let us part fair foes. I do believe, though I have found them not, that there may be words which are things, hopes which will not deceive, and virtues which are merciful, or weave snares. For of a famine I would also deem all or other griefs, that some sincerely grieve, that two or one are almost what they seem. But goodness is no name, and happiness is no dream. For the angel of death spread his wings on the blast, and breathed in the face of the foe as he passed, and the eyes of the sleepers waxed deadly and chill, and their hearts but once heaved, and forever grew still. You're always on my mind. 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 There's a spin, never ending, infinite rhymes. You are the one girl that made me risk everything for a future worth having. We're actors in our lives, pretending to be what we want people to think we are. I want to know how to make this girl laugh. I want to know what makes her cry. I want to know what it feels like to have her look at me as if I'm her knight in shining armor. One of the things that makes me who I am is the loyalty I have to people I hold close to my heart. But wishes are only granted in fairy tales. But wishes are only granted in fairy tales. I'm losing control. You once said you let me. Do you still? I can't help but smile as I wipe a lone tear trailing down my cheek. How can I not be crazy in love with her? Time away from her didn't change anything. I can't deny her another chance. I'll be denying myself the reason I want you again. A life that is what you make it. If you think you can't change the world, then go on and follow the path already carved out for you. But there are other roads to choose. They're just harder to trudge through. A change in the world isn't easy, but I sure as hell am going to keep on trying. I want to tell her how much she's become the center of my being, but I can't. The words just won't come out. Well, I hope you know. Well, there I go. Not enough dragged dark memories down the hall. You packed your bags and you just walked away. There was just nothing that I can say. When you slammed the front door shut, out of burdens just opened up, so dipped my eyes so I could see. To love all ages yields surrender, but to the young it raptures bring. A blessed, bountiful, and tender, as storms refresh the fields of spring. I love you, and as I rage at myself for this obsession, and as I make my shamed confession, despairing at your feet I lie. I know, it ill becomes me. I am too old, time to be wise. But how? This love it overcomes me. The sickness this impassions guise. When you are near, I'm filled with sadness. When far, I yawn for life's a bore. I must pour out this love, this madness. There's nothing that I long for more. When your shirts rustle, when my angel, you're my darling angel. Your girlish voice I hear when your light step sounds in the parlor strangely. I turn confused, perturbed, unsure. Your frown, and I am pain. I languish your smile, and joy defeats distress. My one reward for a day anguish comes when your pale hand love I kiss. When you sit bent over, you're sewing, your eyes cast down, and fine curls blowing about your face with tenderness. I like childlike watch, my heart overflowing with love in my gaze. And caress, shall I my jealousy and yearning describe my bitterness and woe. Then by yourself on some bleak morning, off on a distant walk you go, or with another spent the evening, and with him her near the piano play, weeping in silence past the day. Helena, pray relent, have mercy. I dare not ask for love with all my many sins, but both great and small. I am perhaps of love unworthy, but a feigned love. If you would pretend, you'd easily deceive me, for happily would I, believe me, deceive myself if but I could. if I could. Well, please, babe, tell me why this ain't just another mistake or a sleepless night I have spent. Please tell me why, babe. I never want to hear you say that you just want it that way. Love is like a tree. It grows by itself, roots deeply itself in our being, and continues to flourish over a heart in ruin. The inexplicable fact is that blinder it is, the more tenacious it is. It is never stronger than when it is completely unreasonable. Nothing makes a man so adventurous as an empty pocket. I wanted to see you again, touch you, know who you were, see if I would find you identical with the ideal image of you which had remained with me, and perhaps shatter my dream with the aid of reality. Do you know what friendship is? He asked. Yes, replied the gypsy. A one-eyed man is much more incomplete than a blind man, for he knows what it is it's that he's lacking. Mothers are often honest of the child which has caused them the greatest pain. He therefore turned to mankind only with regret. His cathedral was enough for him. It was peopled with marble figures of kings, saints, and bishops, who at least did not laugh in his face and looked at him with only tranquillity and benevolence. The other statues, those of monsters and demons, had no hatred for him. He resembled them too closely for that. It was rather the rest of mankind that they jeered at. The saints were his friends and blessed him. The monsters were his friends and kept watch over him. He would sometimes spend whole hours crouched before one of the statues in solitary conversation with it. If anyone came upon him, then he would run away like a lover surprised during a serenade. Dost thou understand? Dost thou understand? I love thee, he cried again. What love, said the unhappy girl with a shudder. He resumed, the love of a damned soul. The saints were friends, and blessed him. The monsters were his friends, and guarded him. You would have imagined her at one moment of a maniac, at another a queen. Again, I hope you know. Well, there I go. You're just not enough, not enough. And the dread dark memories down in the hall. You packed your bags and you just walked away. There's just nothing that I can say. When you slammed the front door shut, a lot of curtains just opened up, so did my eyes so I could see. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometime by action, dignified. Me, sad hours seem long. True apothecary, by drugs are quick, and where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh Bronlin love, oh love and hate, oh anything of nothing first create, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos, chaos of well-seeming forms, fever of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still wake and sleep. That is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this, dost thou not laugh, my 15-minute Valentine lullaby.